Deep in the heart of Africa, a silent storm is brewing. On the surface, you see shiny new bridges, busy shipping containers, and modern highways. But if you look closer, past the concrete and the steel, you'll realize these aren't just construction projects. They are the foundations of a new global empire. China is playing a high-stakes game of chess, and by the time the rest of the world realizes what is happening, the game might already be over.
Hello and welcome. If you're new here, welcome to Amazing 5.
Imagine standing on the scorching, dusty shores of Djibouti. It is a tiny nation, barely visible on a world map, yet it sits on the edge of the Red Sea, a choke point where 10% of the entire world's trade must pass. Here, under the burning sun, something unprecedented is happening. In 2017, China built its first overseas military base here, but this isn't just a few barracks and a flag. Satellite images reveal a fortress. There are underground bunkers, massive fuel depots, and a pier large enough to dock an aircraft carrier. What makes this scene truly cinematic and terrifyingly tense is who the neighbors are. Just a few miles away, American, French, and Japanese soldiers are stationed at their own bases. It is a real-life standoff, a Cold War playing out in the desert heat, where superpowers watch each other through binoculars, waiting for the first wrong move. But Djibouti was just the opening move. To understand the full scale of this master plan, we have to travel thousands of kilometers across the continent, from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic. For decades, the Atlantic Ocean was considered America's backyard. No rival power dared to set up shop there, but that safety net is being torn apart. In the small nation of Equatorial Guinea, in a city called Bata, China is developing a deep-water commercial port. On paper, it's for trading goods, but intelligence reports whisper a different story. They suggest this port is being designed to rearm and refuel Chinese warships. If this base goes live, Chinese submarines and destroyers would be operating directly across the ocean from the United States East Coast. The strategy is brilliant and terrifyingly simple. It's called dual use. Travel south to Angola and Namibia, and you will see this strategy in action. In the port of Walvis Bay, Chinese companies have poured millions of dollars into modernization. The cranes are towering, the docks are deep, and the logistics are world-class. By day, these ports handle shipping containers full of electronics and clothes, but because of their specific design, they can be transformed overnight into military assets. They are like sleeper agents made of concrete and steel, waiting for a signal to switch from commerce to conflict. Why is China doing this? Why go to such lengths? It isn't just about protecting their trade routes, it is about something much deeper: respect and domination. For the last century, the United States has controlled the world's oceans. From Japan to Italy, the US Navy has been the ultimate guardian. China doesn't just want to participate in this world order, they want to rewrite it. Look at Tanzania on the east coast. Decades ago, China built a railway here to help them export copper. Today, they are planning the Bagamoyo port, which could become the largest port in Africa. By controlling the coastlines of Tanzania in the east and Namibia in the west, China is effectively surrounding the continent. They are creating a loop of influence that allows their navy to patrol from the Persian Gulf all the way to South America without ever needing to return home to refuel. This is a victory won without firing a single bullet. While the West was focused on politics and short-term deals, China was playing the long game. They used loans, infrastructure, and friendship to buy loyalty. Now, many African nations are so economically dependent on Beijing that saying no to a military request is almost impossible. As the sun sets over the Atlantic Ocean, casting long shadows over these new Chinese-built ports, the world is waking up to a new reality. The map of global power is being redrawn. The oceans that once protected the West are now becoming open highways for a new superpower. The pieces are set, the bases are built, and the silent storm in Africa is about to make a very loud noise. The question is no longer what China is planning, but rather, is it already too late to stop them?